Hello everyone, this is Lofabre and welcome to the fourth part of this tutorial for Penumbra expansion for Endless Space 2. This one I want to show you something that just happened to me. As you've seen in the previous tutorials from this series, this is about hacking and tracing back operations. Someone was trying to hack my system Janus, and my trace passed through it. And when my trace passed through it, what did I found? Wow, what? These two eyes over my population. Okay, as you can see, these two eyes you've seen before. One of the hacking results is embedding sleepers, and these two little eyes over one of my populations are sleepers. Sleepers will grant you vision of systems where you have inserted and will try to leech resources. So actually, the owner of these sleepers is probably trying to leech some of my resources and is able to see my system bar and everything what I've got in my production queue. Essentially, they can spot what I'm doing here. But, well, I found this too accidentally because a trace passed through the system. This is one of the ways you can find some sleepers. If you trace through a system with sleepers, one of your own systems, of course, you'll see if there are sleepers or not. If someone is trying to leech me, what can I do to remove these sleepers? Well, I can see them, but I'll have to do something to remove. Essentially, this is this option, sleeper reintegration. This one reverse one sleeper every 5 turns at a cost of 25 approval penalty on system. You activate it, your population will turn to normal again and you stop having traitors in your systems. You won't lose any population, but of course, you can see there's the approval penalty of 25. It's not fixed 25, it's 25%. As you can see in the system, it's in the second line starting from the bottom, minus 11.8. I want to show you something about this option. Look, the system is ecstatic, but one traitor here, one and two traitors here. I want to remove them. And this is still ecstatic. Why is this? This is because if you got enough approval improvement giving you approval, you've got, like in this case, Calgero's population, if you got enough sources of approval, even with this penalty, your system will be still ecstatic. You can add to this that if you got a consular as governor, you might try to unlock this ability, the Joy Initiative, that will make your system happiness set to ecstatic. This I normally don't give lots of tips in my tutorials, but in this one, as I've seen lots of questions in Games Together platform, I'll be giving some tips, part of explaining mechanics. Well, there's any other way to see if you've got traitors, sleepers in your systems? Indeed, it is. And for this reason, I'll have to reload another game. Just give me a second. I'll pause the recording while I'm reloading. Let's go again. And now for the tech tree. Here in economy and trade, you'll have to two options. Both are here. This is two exclusive tags, and you can pick one of them. There are trade tags. Mineral manipulation will unlock the action identify sleeper identification. It will reveal every sleeper on a system during a set number of turns, depending on your game speed and settings. It is at a cost of influence. Or you can unlock this one. This is they are mutually exclusive, but you can try to have both by hacking someone that have the one you haven't unlocked. This one, sleeper call, which will kill every population who is a sleeper without even bothering revealing them. In this game, I pick the path of not killing anyone, so I'll try to reveal sleepers. They are revealed. Let's try it here. And here there's one sleeper I haven't spotted before. This is the action, of course, as I've told you, there's an influence price, and it will remain for 5 turns. This sleeper reveal, the revealed sleeper, you won't get rid of them. What's the sense then? Well, if you are short of approval, there's a better way to decide if you want to activate sleeper reintegration, because if any trace passes through your systems, you won't be able to know in every way if there are sleepers in them. Let's also show you another thing. Here I've got some sleepers into this player, and here there's a sleeper repartition. You can unlock. I've got one sleeper. I inserted it through a hack. Umbral core is a bit different, but this will be into Umbral core tutorial. We've got our sleeper in Osulo. Osulo here. You can see the eye symbol, which tells me that there's one sleeper here. Let's click. As I told you before, I can see everything that's happening on this system. System planet improvement, planet specialization, what's building on its queue, the hangar, and the bar with everything producing its approval, politicals, well, essentially everything. Also, if you can insert enough sleepers, with one you won't get anything, but once you insert 5 sleepers, you'll get 10% of its dust and 10% of its resources. At 10 sleepers, 20% of dust and 15% of resources. And at 20 sleepers, 30% of its dust and 20% of its resources. Be careful, this is my stack. If one empire has sleepers into you, it will never drain more than 30%, but if you are so lucky that you've got 20 sleepers from 3 different empires, you will be losing 90% of your dust. So be careful. And here I'll show you another thing. Someone put lots of sleepers. I made bad decisions. This is on purpose to show you in a tutorial, so I let the sleepers leave my systems. Reading from below, the second line here in my empire dust, it's minus 18.2 dust, and as you can see, it doesn't have the upkeep symbol. It's normal dust symbol. From scandal payoffs. I don't know what is this. Well, indeed I know. If you see some line with some strange description, it means that someone is draining your dust with sleepers. And just by checking again, you can see it turned into budget miniaturization. If you see this changing line, someone is leeching your resources. let's go. Now we know how to reveal sleepers in two ways, with a hack and with an action, how to get rid of them with an approval penalty, and let's see the other tag. A little pause here. I'm back. Let's accept this truce. I don't want they bothering me. Well, this time I pick the other path here and to unlock the other tag. Optimize logistic with sleeper call action. Let's see what it does. There are a lot of sleepers on my systems. Two here, one here. They are traitors. And this is the action. This one, like reveal sleepers, has an influence cost and will eliminate all sleepers, but this one will kill population. Let's see. Whoa! As you see, 3 sleepers, 3 population was killed once I activate this action. Well, obviously it has a cost, and maybe it's better to reveal them and then try to reintegrate them. But if you don't bother about killing your pops, maybe a sleeper call is a better action. Have in mind also, if you are pursuing Steam achievements, that there's an achievement that asks you to kill every pop in one planet by using this option. So a way to have this achievement in Steam is to have a planet with a little population, play against Umbral Core, let them plant sleepers, and then just click here and Steam achievement is yours. I think there's everything I want to explain you about the sleepers. So we'll see in the next tutorial part about hacking defensive programs. I hope it was useful for you, and goodbye.